Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, statements coming at ya, statements coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Blog Talk Radio.
This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. This is what God meant. This is my perfect moment with you. I wish I could.
we have it. Hello. Hello out there. Blog Talk Radio Land, honey. Hi there, my babies, here in the United States, across the world, honey. Hello over there in Germany. Hello over there in Italy. Hello over there in the Ukraine. Yes, I got folks in the Ukraine. Could you stand it? Okay, hello there over there to the Caribbean islands and all of that, honey. It is another glorious Wednesday, darlings. And you know what time it is, honey, so I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings. Ha-ha! With Big Meach. Hey, babies. Yes, honey. I am sitting up here. I'm living. That opening was a bit long. I know y'all going to read me for that. But when I put this thing together, honey, I was living for the tune, honey, and I got lost in the tune. And now that we're trying to take care of business, honey, I was sitting up here listening to this. I was like, oh, wait a minute, honey, they're going to read me. So, yes, I already know, so don't read me too viciously, but it's a hot tune. So I'm sitting up here bumping around. I got my tea over here. I'm sitting up here drinking on some throat coat tea, and actually I mixed it with some throat coat and some citrus green tea. That's what it is. So I got a little mixture going on here, and wanting to sit back and relax and to make this thing happen. I'm excited about today's show because I have someone on here. I've not met her face-to-face. Okay, I've been to many shows and carried on, honey, and we've seen each other. Well, I've seen her. She really ain't paid no attention to me. However, I've been there. I know what she's about, honey. And as you've heard, that opening song, that's one of many songs, honey. Now, you may not know the name, honey, but you know this voice. Because this girl, honey, has been singing a little bit of everywhere. And she's been on some of the hot little tunes, honey, that we have not been noticing. You know, been wanting to know who it is, but the tune has been hot. We've been in the clubs dancing and kicking and splitting and carrying on. And she has been this incredible voice behind a lot of the tunes, children. So, you know, I'm sitting up here, I'm getting all that together, so I am in the world. So right now, yes, when I finish the show, I do not have to go make any donuts today, so we get to sit back and relax and just soak it all in. So I'm happy for that. So today is going to be just a wonderful time. If you are listening by computer and you wish to join in on the fun, honey, please feel free to call in at 347-205-9183. That's 347-205-9183. When you call in and you want to say something, press the number 1. That means your hand will go up on my switchboard, and then I will know what's happening, okay? And we will go from there. If you're listening by if you're on the computer and you wish to chat and talk with us or whatever, the tea room is open. I got a few guests up in there. Where I had a few guests, and some of them left. Guest 3432. Hello there, sugar. Now, you can't talk or chat or whatever unless you go over there and build a profile page like you do with everything else. It's free to do, and then that way you can chat inside the chat room if you like, okay? But if you come over there, honey, it is open for you to put questions and interact with everybody that's going to come in and be over there as well, okay? So let me say this, that the tea room is there. It is the written word. And you know, all of us, we're in this society now to where we're losing the art of communication because everything is texting and writing and carrying on. So based on your experience, you may think somebody is saying something in a way that's neck-rollish or whatever, and you may get upset and this, that, and the other, honey. But it may be your perception or your interpretation of the written word. So when you're over there, honey, just dish your tea over there responsibly, please. Just dish your tea responsibly. That's all I'm asking. And if I come in there and I see that y'all are carrying on, and you're cutting up and carrying on, I will cut you. And will not be cute about it, okay? So just remember, dish your tea responsibly. It's okay to disagree, just don't be disagreeable. You got me? All right. Now, having said that, let me put my disclaimer here. That dishing tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and the language and or subject matters are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature and responsible enough to handle the situation. So your listening discretion is advised. I will repeat that. Dishing tea with Big Meach is for mature audiences, and as the language and or subject matters that you hear on this program are not intended for children or anyone who is not mature to handle the subject matter. So your listening discretion is advised. Now, y'all know I say this constantly, honey. I'm over 40 now. I have earned every 2, 3, 4, 5, 16-syllable word that come out of my mouth. Okay? I make no excuses for it. I'm not gonna even have time to make excuses for it. You understand? So now is the time for you, if you're at work, put your headphones on or at least turn the volume down at a responsible personal level so it doesn't become a distraction. If you're at home and you have the children, Sesame Street has been saved, praise the Lord, with the re-election of Barack Obama. Thank you. So you could go put them on, go watch, let them watch PBS, go watch Sesame Street, go watch Dora, go watch SpongeBob. Let the kids go be kids, because this is the time for the grown and sexy to become the seasoned and sophisticated, okay? So having said all that, govern yourselves accordingly, because I will not, do you hear me? I will not accept any emails, text messages, whatever. Y'all not gonna read me. Y'all not gonna do anything, because you bitches did not do what you were supposed to do to govern yourself, telling me you got demerits, telling me you got this, telling me you got that. We're not going to have it, okay? We are not going to have it. So at this particular point, I'm asking you to govern yourselves accordingly. If you have any questions, comments, concerns on anything that I've said, if you have any show requests, if you would like to be a guest on the show, if you'd like to become a sponsor of the show or whatever, you can send all of that over to Big Meach, that's BIGMEACH, at dishingtea.com, or just simply go to the website at www.dishingtea.com, and over there you'll find a little bit of information about me, about the radio show, how to submit all of those things, to get in contact with me or whatever. And if you are a reader or looking for cute little Christmas gifts or whatever, there you can find a copy of my book, Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Honey, I'm encouraging you to go and pick that up and get your autographed copy. Perfect for the holiday gift-giving season, honey. It's time for us to get into our best and authentic selves, and I believe that what this offering has, honey, it would be one of the tools that you can use to catapult you to your authentic self. So go check that out over there at dishingtea.com. Okay? I think I've said everything there. I do have a special announcement for one of my sponsors. Let me get this in now while it's early. And that there, Pharaoh's Treasure Box. If you're in the Detroit area, you want to, this weekend, down at the Sherwood Forest Gallery, you want to go and take part in their ho time. It's time for you to go and get your art and musical things. Wait a minute, I'm sitting up here trying to go by memory, and my computer screen is on my phone acting up. Here we go. Let me read this so I can get it correctly. Join us for a tremendous holiday savings Saturday, December 15th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Sherwood Forest Art at 19500 Livernois Avenue near Outer Drive in Detroit's Avenue of Fashion. Artist and entrepreneur reception, free admission, raffles, door prizes, refreshments, and tremendous holiday savings. Ho, ho, ho. Join us for our final sales event for 2012. Thank you for your continued support. This is from Pharaoh's Treasure Box, and you can get in contact with them at pharaohstreasurebox.com or 248-688-5178. Okay? So if you're in the Detroit area, honey, go check that out. For those of you who like art, you want something different to give for Christmas or whatever, that there would be perfect. And right there at the gallery, you get it framed, gift wrapped, and all of that juiciness. So that there's our special announcement from Pharaoh's Treasure Box. I'll do that again at the end of the program, okay? So right now, let's breathe. Today's show, I call it My Perfect Moment with Chaunteuse, Mary Griffin. I love it. So what we're going to do, today's show, we got a treat, honey. This episode of Dishing Tea with Big Meach will be geared towards understanding the ins and outs of building a career while being in the background of someone else's. My guest today is someone whom you may not know her face, but you know her voice. She's been singing all of her life, And for the past 9 years, she's been on the road touring and singing with my mama, Miss Patti LaBelle. And in addition to touring with her, she's also been touring with the godfather of funk himself, Mr. George Clinton. She's been the voice behind many of the dance tunes that we've all twirled and snapped our fingers to. This Chaunteuse. Her name is Mary Griffin, and she will be dishing her tea about being in the business of show, how she maintains her gospel roots while the industry is pop music centered, and what it takes to hold her own behind a living legend. Okay, so this is going to be a real hot pot. Now, before you hear her speak of this, let me say and pay a couple of bills, and when we come back, the next voice you will hear besides mine will be the Chaunteuse herself, Miss Mary Griffin. So let me say hello to a sponsor, and I'll see you right after this. The Big Brothers Network. Yeah, men of color, men of size. The Big Brothers Network was created to celebrate the larger man of color and those who admire him. We intend to promote a positive self-image within our community and the mainstream population. Our goal is to embrace our differences, to inspire self-love, and increase camaraderie through positive, brotherly interactions. We intend to accomplish these goals through the BBN magazine, local and national events, and networking forums. For more information or to catch the latest copy of the BBN magazine, please go to www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. That's www.bigbrothersnetwork.com. The Big Brothers Network. Men of color, men of size. Hey. Are you looking for that special place to take someone for a good down-home southern meal and some live entertainment? Well, have I got the place for you. Right here in the underground Atlanta, we have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Enjoy southern hospitality and southern fusion cuisine. This is the perfect place to dine and mingle while experiencing a home-like atmosphere. Stop by and enjoy invigorating jazz and blues music with live entertainment on the weekends. We're open Monday through Saturdays. Lunch is served from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. Dinner served from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Appetizers from 10 p.m. until close. Sunday brunch, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. If you are a government employee, military personnel, or an airline employee, you will enjoy a 10% discount on all of your dine-in food. Located in the underground Atlanta, right there at Kenny's Alley in the heart of Atlanta, you have the Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. For more information, contact them at 404-348-4300. That's 404-348-4300. Or go online and look them up at www.dinegapeach.com. That's www.dinegapeach.com. The Georgia Peach Restaurant and Lounge. Southern hospitality and southern fusion cuisine. Yes. All right, children. Woo. Okay. Now let's get into this. Without any further ado, honey, this girl here is just absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Okay? And there's nothing more to say because she just sang it anyway, honey. So without it, let's just go right here and just say hey to my soon-to-be new sister. This is Miss Mary Griffin. Hello there, the Chaunteuse. Darling, how are you?
Hello, darling. I'm good. Honey, you done blessed my soul today.
Oh, well, bless you right back, honey. Bless you right back. Okay.
You have blessed
goodness.
my soul today. I haven't heard Perfect Moment in so many years that when I heard it when you were playing it on the show this morning, I got up and started dancing around.
See there? Now see there?
And then you...
See there? Now see, ain't God grand?
God is so grand, honey. I don't know what to do with him. I just sit down and say, Lord, I thank you.
Okay. Ain't
gift.
nothing you can do but just wave your hand sometime, honey. And just
That's
accept and receive, because that's what it is, honey.
Okay.
Accept and receive. Because remember, now we're always taught, honey, that my cup, he anoints my head with oil and my cup runneth over. But see, here's the part they don't tell you. See, your cup runneth over because the overage is not for you. See, as long as you give the overage away, honey, see, the cup will never run dry because the overage is for somebody else. Like, you better understand that. See, so there ain't nothing you can do, honey, but just receive it. Okay? Okay?
Make me run around here again one more time this morning. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, honey. Okay. Now that's okay.
I live, honey. I live. Yes.
Okay, that's all you can do. That's all you can do, because to live backwards means you're evil. Okay, so just live.
That's right.
Okay.
I just live, baby.
Oh, sister.
I enjoy every moment.
Okay. Now, let me just say this. I want to say thank you for being able to come on through. For those of you who caught the show a couple weeks ago, we had Mary scheduled, but she was under the weather, honey, and her personal assistant and carried on Terrell. We were sitting up here eating Facebook and things. I said, you tell her I said, now, like I'm some kind of doctor or something. You tell her I said, okay, get some heat, turn the heat on, cook a bitch quickly or slowly, self-based in your own juices. Right. You wrap up in the blanket. You get you. I like. For those of you who don't know, there's a brand of tea called Throat Coat. And see, for those of us who use our voices for singing and talking and carrying on, Throat Coat is an excellent, excellent tea. Now, I like to use the traditional medicine brand, but it's an excellent tea. You make you a hot toddy with it, and you sit down and sweat so that the cold and the flu will break. Because once it breaks, honey, then you're able to move on, and all the ickiness will start to expel and all that. So I kept telling him to tell you that. I know he was listening to me. Okay, yeah, I told him. I said, yeah, he just said that to shut my mouth. But
no, baby, he told me, as a matter of fact, I'm sitting there drinking throat coat tea with my royal honey right now.
Well, you better understand what I'm telling you, because I'm sitting up here now, I'm drinking mine on ice. Now I'm having ice throat coat tea today.
Okay.
So.
But mine is hot.
I understand. Okay, right. Okay, see, because, you got to put that heat on them vocal cords, honey. Dig it.
That's it, baby.
So.
That's the only thing you understand, heat.
It's heat, okay? So now let's get into this, because I want the people to really get into you, understanding who you are, understanding the brand, and understanding the person that Mary Griffin is. So let's take us, of course, we want to start at the beginning of the story of what your beginnings were and how you knew that this gift of song was what God had placed on you to give and introduce to the world?
Well, first of all, I come from a family of singers. My dad was a minister. He died preaching 15 years ago, the day after my 28th birthday.
Mercy.
And but he was ready, honey. He was ready. He came to me 4 months earlier, wasn't sick, nothing was wrong. He said that my storage is empty. Everything that I was supposed to do on this side, I've done it. And now I'm ready. I'm ready for God to give me this transition. He's elevated me to a place where I'm ready for my transition. And I understood that because my father always taught us about dying. He said as long as we live, we have to understand that we have to leave here. The thing is about this journey is being ready when it's time to go.
Say it.
To say, yes, Lord, I submit my will to your will, and I'm ready. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, and my father taught us how to sing, from babies. I started singing in church at 3 years of age. I was sitting beside my mother, and one of the soloists didn't show up. And they said, well, do we have anybody else that will get up and render us a number? And my mother said, I got up and ran up and said, I'll sing. And my mama was like, damn, girl, you can't sing. And she said before she knew it, I had done took off up in the pulpit where Daddy was, and she knew anything I was up there. If a robin can say thank you, you can do it too. Everybody ought to praise his name. And that was a song that my father taught us as children, without a piano, because I didn't learn how to sing with a piano until I was, I guess we were in junior high school, so I may have been about 11 or 12.
Oh, wow, okay.
The first time I really sang with piano was in choir, and they taught us the sound of music, and that was I love that whole record, that whole nuance of music, and that really molded me to be able to sing from gospel to mainstream, because we didn't get to hear radio at home. Daddy didn't play the radio until Sunday morning, and we were in the car going to church, and Shirley Caesar would be on there talking about Hold My Mule.
Oh, Mama Shirley, honey.
She going, yes, Mama Shirley. She prayed over me about 12 years ago. And she told me that God was about to elevate me and take me into a whole nother place. She came to Grambling. I was married at the time, and they had a concert there, and I was singing to open up for her. And when I went to the back, I crumbled, because this is the woman I had been listening to, not just a woman, a major, I would say spiritual leader in our world, in our community, all of my life. And my dad had so much respect for her, and I had so much respect for her because, my father taught me that when a woman can get up and bring people to God the way this woman can, and didn't care about what they were talking about, women not being preachers. He said, now, see, that's what you call soul stirring. And she knows how to stir the soul to a place that people don't understand what she is about to do until they're in it. He said, now listen. And I told her about my dad's respect for her. And she got out on the stage, and she said, where's that little girl, Mary Griffin? And she brought me out. And before 3,000 and something people, she laid her hands on my forehead and began to pray. She said, y'all have your own Shirley Caesar right here. She said, I don't know why y'all called me, but I tell you what, I'm going to pray today that wherever God is leading her, that she would be covered, that she would be elevated, and that she would stay on that path that God is taking her on. And, right after that, God started working. And some things happened in my marriage. I ended up moving to New Orleans, and the hurricane hit, and then I moved to Houston. But back to where my roots are, when I learned how to sing, I understood that this was all God placed me here to do as far as work was concerned. That was to bring a message and be one of the messengers of Gabriel. Because when the Internet came here in 85, Gabriel came right here for us to have information. That was our information time. I want you to understand something.
Okay.
Information has been placed out here for years and years, but when the Internet hit in 1985, that was Gabriel coming here to give the whole world information at the same time. And in that, we the messengers, you the messenger, began to connect. And when you can connect through this Internet, you know, the way that we are doing right now, the word can be placed in places that people are feeling us right now that we don't even see.
Exactly.
But the message is being placed where it's supposed to be placed in the heart.
Okay now.
And I thank you for, you know, your adversity, the things that you're going through. I've talked to Terrell, and he's told me some things that you're going through, and I pray for you. And I ask God to touch you and bring someone into your life to be able to rectify what the devil is trying to do in racking your body with this. But God will prevail. God will prevail. He didn't lead you this far. He didn't place you where He's placed you. He didn't have you to connect with people in order to stay in that place.
Exactly.
So keep on keeping on.
Exactly. Well, thank you for that.
I received that.
No, honey, you're supposed to, because this is all about Mary Griffin. And see, that there is what the people need to understand, because, see, a part of what your music does and this voice of yours, because just like you say, it's the message in it, not just that you can stir a soul, because, you know, anybody who got a spoon can stir a pot. Okay?
That's right.
But, okay, however, it's what you do to that pot, honey. If you don't know how to put the right seasoning in it, if you don't know how to do, you know, how to keep the flame on so that it don't scorch and it don't burn or whatever, so you could tear up the whole. And so with that, honey, it is what you do. Just like you say, it's the message. Not just that you have this glorious voice, but it's also the content of what is being said through the music that stirs and that moves. And that there is why I gravitate to you the way that I do, you know, and I'm going to celebrate your career and celebrate what has been placed upon your heart and what has been your journey, and for another word, honey, and to get real spiritual, to be your ministry, because even though, you know, you may be singing R&B or whatever, it's not necessarily gospel the way the traditional church wanted it to be. The message is still the same if it's coming from the same place of love.
That's right. It's coming from your heart. So therefore,
exactly.
When it comes from your heart, it's coming from God.
Exactly.
Because God, we're all part of God. All of us. We just have to choose Him this day. That's it. Choose Him and choose the path that He has put you on. And, you know, I've never had any other job in my life. I want to say thank you, Holy Spirit. Never had a job in my life other than singing. God has enabled me to take care of a baby from a baby to 26 years of age, doing nothing but doing just this. And I thank Him for it, because I sing with a woman who has never, ever had a job in her life other than singing. So I understand her in a place where there's no space nor time, in places when other people don't get it. I get it. And she understands that I get it. And there's a mutual respect there because of that. You know, when you've been placed on a path, and that path is to heal, reveal, and bring people to a place of healing. You know, you have to whom much is given, much is required from you.
It's required,
even when you're tired, even when you're sick. I had to sing right through the flu in Jamaica with her. You know, I made no complaints. I didn't say I was sick, because I've seen her rack with pain on that stage. A lot of times, she never complained. She never complained. And I'm learning so much from people like her. George will go out sometimes, his feet are swollen so bad before he gets on stage because he's had to ride in a car because, you know, this life is not easy that we are in. It is not an easy life. And nobody has an easy life these days. This economy is tore up and, you know, the government is doing what they're doing and we got to suffer through it because we bear the brunt. But I look at these people, these icons, these legacies, these transcenders, as they sit backstage before they go on, and they're in their meditation state before they go and feed God's people their message. And nobody knows what they're going through in their personal life. And they don't display it in their performance. And that, to me, is a true continuity of saying, to whom much is given, much is required.
Dig that.
George would ride from Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, to, you know, California in a van not because he can't afford to get on a flight, because he wants to be with his people as they travel across country. And, you know, he gets to see everything he needs, you know, he wants to see before he makes his destination. But when he gets there, his feet are swollen. You know, and he gets there and then he's tired. But he never stops. He never stops smiling. He never, you know, complains, you know. And I looked at all of this, and when he told me, he said, you know what I love about you? I said, what? He said, I don't care where we are. I know you used to, you know, being made up and being beautiful and dainty on stage. He said, we're outside in a tent. You're going to look the same way when you get on stage because you carry that stuff with you and you know, you look like a baby doll when you get on stage. I said, you know what, George? I was taught by a beautiful mother and a wonderful father that my image was everything. And no matter where I am, what I got to do to go through that whole thing to get on that stage, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to make sure that every time I get up there, I look like I want to be represented as an artist.
Okay.
So you ain't got to worry about me. I'll find a dirty bathroom in one of these clubs, put some towels on the floor, go in there and this face.
Don't you do it. Don't you, girl. I'm sitting up here right when you were saying that. I'm like, oh, I'd have been in closets. I'd have been in mop buckets, you know. And, and see, now you have to understand, I'm 6'4". I'm 350 pounds, honey. So I'm one person. And see, this is back when I was doing my female impersonation and stuff. So, you know, I'm getting up in drag and putting on some pumps, some hair, some lashes. And there's 4 of us, okay, in this closet.
That's right.
Trying to get ready, scooting around. Can't get, you know, you got a handheld mirror, honey, from your little compact trying to be the face.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, I understand.
Let me tell you,
yes,
the drag queens taught your baby really well, honey. Let me tell you. I started off in a blues club in Shreveport, and then got hired in a gay club in New Orleans and played there for 7 years. I had a little old bitty room in there. Had never been around the drag queens, honey. I didn't wear, you know, the beat face, but I had, you know, had my little lipstick. And
right. You know, you give a church girl. Okay, just church girl.
Exactly. They said, girl, let me tell you something. We're going to take some pictures of you while you on stage. And when we get through taking these pictures and let you see that we need to contour this face, we're going to get you together. Those girls sit down. They told me what we need to do is we're going to invest in some brushes. They got me some Chanel brushes. I'll never forget it. Them girls put their money together when they got me some Chanel brushes. I thought they was getting ready to beat this face. They said, oh, no, sweetie.
Oh, no, you finna learn how to do this yourself. That's right.
While we're all in here getting together, you're going to watch us, and you're going to learn how to beat this face. And, sweetheart, when them girls in New Orleans got through with your girl, she knew how to go and beat this face. I became the makeup queen, honey. When people tell you they see me coming, I come with the brushes. I got all the makeup. I got the wigs. I put my wig on my wig head. I even got the holder to screw it on on the little thing.
On the
they
table.
taught me how to do all that. Them girls got me together, honey. And I love them for that. You know, I love them for that because they taught me what got me called by Patti LaBelle. They taught me the nuances of that stage. You know, I wore the high heel shoes. I could dance in them. But they said, here we go, baby. This is what we're going to do. We're going to grease them legs up because these stockings, this church girl thing, you never wear this on stage, sweetie. We can wear them, but you don't need to wear them. Them legs
but you don't exactly.
You don't need them. We're gonna fix you up. So before there was ever a Patti LaBelle Gold Dust, them girls went and bought me bronzer, told me how to buy the little compact, put some baby oil on them legs, and contour the legs just like you contour the face, contour the shoulders, girl. And when they take them pictures, you can see every muscle in your body. I said,
That's
what?
Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. Exactly.
Them girls know what to do. They know what to do. I used to go to their drag shows just to watch them. You know, do what they do. And gave them all my tips I done made before their show. I done gave them all my tips I had in my box.
Girl, now see, now let's go here. Because, you know, everybody knows, at least, you know, we all have come to this point where there are female drag queens. You know, Patti is one of them. Of course, everybody know Ross, Diana Ross, Dolly Parton, Cher, you know, and all of them are very iconic girls, you know, who have made a name for themselves. Beyonce is now becoming, you know, in that particular realm. Tina Turner, you know, and the list could go on and on as far as who we see as just drag, you know, hair, makeup, lashes, you know, beauty, elegance, style, poise, you know, and then throughout all of that, it doesn't wreck them. You know, they're not too prissy to say, okay, I have on the $10,000 gown. Miss Patti would roll on the floor in that gown, okay, if the spirit moved her that way. And this, that, and the third. And it doesn't become so pretentious. So having caught her eye, what would you say in this business of show has been one of your greatest lessons that you carry with you, that has been like a moniker for you as you're traveling and as you're touring? Mary? You there? Hello? Okay, wait a minute. Let me play a commercial. We'll be right back. Let me see what's going on, children. And we'll go from there. I hope I didn't hit no mute button or nothing. All right, hold on. We'll be right back right after this. Let me see what's happening. I will go here.
The internet sensation is now in print. Get your copy of the book that will not only change your life, but change your thinking as well. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey is a compelling collection of blogs that have been the pinnacle of spiritual development and discernment for its author, internet talk show host Big Meach. Not only does this body of work offer the insight from his life experiences, it provides the reader an amazing opportunity to go on a journey that will awaken insight into their own higher power while encouraging personal growth and spiritual development. With chapters such as, I cannot give you life, nor can I live it for you. Truth is a bad bitch. It's time for a career change. I am not your God. And in what love do you operate? You will be captivated and compelled to take the life lessons the book has to offer and apply them to your life. To get your copy today of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, go to www.dishingtea.com, or you can find it on the web at www.amazon.com, or if you prefer an ebook, find it at www.smashwords.com. Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey. Are you ready? Are you ready for the journey?
Okay, y'all, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure everything is okay. Blog Talk is probably, the circuits are probably overloaded and say, let me do a test. Mary, can you hear me, sugar? Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Maybe I've muted and then did not know that I've done something. Okay, let's try that. Mary? What is going on with your mic? I cannot hear you. Wait a minute, because, see, this is really starting to bug me out, honey. This ain't cute. Hold on. Because you're here. I got you in the queue. I don't know how come your mic is not working properly and that it's not coming through on this particular end. Okay, let me try one more time. Lord Jesus. Go live. All right. Can you hear me? Or say something, anything, child. And she probably said, and I don't hear a word. Now, if you're in the tea room and you can hear her, if y'all hear her, let me know that y'all hear her in the tea room. And then we'll go from there, because apparently Blog Talk is acting crazy and I'm going to have to pull a stunt. So what I will do while I'm pulling this stunt, let me introduce you to her latest single. Let me go there and let me find out what the hell is going on, because we were on to something and I got to get y'all to get that information. So this is the new single, Think About You, honey. Catch it.
You know, girl, I've been thinking this relationship isn't working out the way I planned. And I think it's best that you go your way and I go mine. I take care of my obligations to my family, take care of my children. But I ain't feeling you no more. I'm out. Peace.
My heart has been broken. My life has made some changes. The courage inside of me, I'm the woman I'm supposed to be. Looking through the window of my soul, I hear a voice telling me, wondering if it's ever gonna change. A man will leave his family for his personal gain. I remember what you told me. You would honor and adore me. Looking back, now I know that there were certain feelings that I couldn't show. Tired of placing all the blame on you. Looked in the mirror and to thyself be true. I should have loved you through it anyway. But these feelings in my heart I don't understand. I still want you, I still care. And if you need me, I'll always be there. I'm thinking about you, all the things we used to do. Do you still realize, baby? No, I can't live here. All I see is you and everything I touch, baby. Yeah, will it change? Will it change? Will it change? I'm missing you, yeah. All of the things we used to do because of you. I don't feel like this is my house no more. I wonder if it ever change.
All right, and we are back. Mary, darling, you there?
I'm here, honey.
Okay, there we go. Child, you know, I'm telling you, we ain't going to have that. See, every time that I know I'm onto something good, see, the circuits get hot, and whatever that was, that connection had to be reset because I got friends on the line that texted me, okay, we hear you, we don't hear them, and I'm like, okay, but no, this thing is running, and blase yakety, but see, you're here. And, yeah, so
I'm here, baby.
that there was the latest single, honey. I'm thinking about you. Think about you. And yeah, that's hot. That's hot. But before I get into that song, I want to get this information about being a woman on the road and coming into what the business had to teach you about being in this business. When you came into this and then having to sing behind someone who, what? Let me just put it out there. The world don't know how to take Patti, okay? And she's had to make her way and forge her way and command her spot in this since she started this thing. Now you come along who in a lot of regards, you know, having similarities to her career and how yours got started. You know, she sang in gay clubs and bathhouses and things like that too. You know, and the girls got her together and things of that nature, you know, with the drag and this, that, and the third. What has been a significant lesson or the greatest lesson that you have learned or been able to ascertain along this journey that sustains you in this business known as show?
Giving back. You got to always give back. You know, I have singers that sing with me that I cherish them.
Okay.
I cherish them because first they hold me up. There are times when I'm tired. I've been on the road. I've been flying. And my voice is not the best, but they'll get back there and their energy push me. And it's the respect that they have for how I do what I do that, you know, has them back there, you know, every inch of the way, screaming and hollering, telling me, come on, mama. You know, and I see a lot of the similarities of what we do with Miss Pat. She's taught me a lot about giving back because when I started singing with Miss Pat 11 years ago, 2002, June the 2nd was my first show with her in 2002. And, you know, it's funny how God works because I've been singing her music in clubs, you know, since I was 19 years old, but never thought that I'd ever meet her. And my ex-husband took me to a concert of hers in Shreveport, Louisiana at the casino on the 28th of March, which is our anniversary. And by March, April, May. By May 28th, her best friend, who was Sammy McKinney, he was sick in the hospital and on his dying bed in Mount Sinai Cedars. And Cedars Sinai. And he had been given a CD of a song that I did for my record, but as you know, as the devil would have it, or as it would be, David Foster was able to get the song for Celine Dion and hold it until she had her son, her first child. And I was singing the song for my record, but I didn't know the producers were actually doing some funky stuff, and they were actually sending the music out in order to get it placed with bigger artists. And which is what producers do. I've learned that. I've learned that the hard way. And as luck would have it, that song, I gave that about 4 or 5 songs to a friend of mine by the name of Robert Dookie, who's an actor. And he had been following me since New Orleans. Well, he gave it to a guy that was called, his name was Terry Owens. And he was the president of a division in SAG. Well, this guy gave it to another guy who was actually a very good friend of Sammy, and had a child that Miss Pat got plenty of godchildren. And he told Sammy, I want you to hear this girl's voice. So Sammy, in return, let Patti hear it. And this was 2 years prior to her calling me. So when she went out on this tour in 2002, she told Sammy, she said, I got Mary's little sister back here. I've got another girl from Baltimore. I've got, about 5 singers back here. But she said, I need somebody that can put their foot in my tail when they're singing because they're not giving me what I need. And so Sammy said, Patti, you remember this girl I let you hear? And I told you her voice reminds me of yours. And she was like, I don't know. He played the song for her again in the hospital. Patti was in Baltimore at this point. And Miss Pat said, you know her? He said, no, but I know somebody that may be able to find her for me. So Sammy got on the phone and started calling people. They had to take it all the way back to the first person who gave the CD to the second person. And that person called and said, I want to give you a number to this guy who is a good friend of Patti LaBelle. He's trying to reach you. And I said, well, give him the number. Well, when he called me, I heard this gurgly sound in his voice, and I know what death sounds like because we, as children, went with my father to feed the sick and the shut-in on Sundays and to give them their sacrament. And I said, Lord, this man is sick. And I could hear the machines in the back, beep, beep, beating. And he was saying, I'm very sick right now. I'm going to tell you I'm HIV positive, and Patti didn't know that I was sick. And this is how she had to find out. But long story short, she needs you. And I'm wondering if you would be okay with me giving her your number to call you. And I said, is this I know this can't be no hoax, no joke. This man is sick. So I'm like, of course you can give her my number. What does she need me for? Now, at the time, I was signed to a country label, Curb Records. And I was almost finished with Purified at that point. But the label had held me for so long. At that point, it had been about 7 years. They had held me 2002, so 96, 97, 98, 99, 2001. So they had been, I've been there for 7 years. And every year they were putting out a single. I was exasperated with this whole thing. I'd been let down. I was hurt. I had decided, I'm just going to raise my, stepson and my son, be a wife to my lawyer husband, who's now a politician, and just, try to figure it out from here. Basically giving up on my career to some degree, but not completely. And when she called, she said, this is Patti LaBelle. And I got really quiet because I'm cooking a big old pot of gumbo for the family. And I'm like, okay. She said, and my friend Sammy McKinney gave me your number. I'm looking for a great background singer. Well, I was thinking to myself, I ain't nobody's background singer. I ain't never found background in my life. So why I decided at this point in my career, I got a record I'm almost finished with said, I'm going to go and sing backup, and I was, quiet. She said, hello, are you there? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, oh, that's so cute. Yes, ma'am. She said, where do you live? I said, in Grambling, Louisiana. She said, where is that? I said, in Bow Beach, Italy. She started laughing. She said, oh, I love her. I love her. I said, in the middle of nowhere, Miss LaBelle. I said, I just came to your concert. That was an anniversary present my husband gave me to come and see you in concert. You had a red dress on. You were absolutely gorgeous. I said, your voice was totally mesmerizing. I had goosebumps the whole show. I said, I didn't have a close, we didn't get close-up seats, but, it was close enough for me to be able to really feel you. I said, and it's amazing to me that you are on the phone right now. She said, well, boo-boo, I'm taking a bath right now because I'm in Atlanta at this point. I'm getting ready to go on stage. Can I bother you to sing me something, please? Now, I'm still thinking, I ain't singing no backup for nobody. Why would I go sing backup? I'm almost finished with my record. And so my ex-husband is like sitting there listening, so I put it on speaker so he can hear this. I said, you're not going to believe this. And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, well, just sing me anything. It doesn't matter. And I can hear her in the bathtub, splashing water in the background, getting ready. And I'm like, okay. So I went into, I don't know about tomorrow. I just believe from day to day. And I don't borrow from dark sunshine or his clouds. They turn to gray. And she said, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. And then I could hear her like she was getting out the tub. She said, now do me a favor. She cut me off. She said, now go to the part in that song where it would have the highest note. I said, okay. I said, but I know. She said, okay, can you be in L.A. tomorrow?
Okay. Girl, wait a minute. Press pause just for a second. Just press pause. Okay, just press pause. Just give me half a second. Because, see, I done told y'all can't be doing that, and I'm over here. Because, see, I'm one of them children. I have handkerchiefs, and I can't be up on y'all because I've been knocked you a hole in your back. Okay, because I so just give me just half a second, girl, because you just worked me for that.
Oh, okay. Baby, look, and I'm trying to get over the flu. I said, well, I'm cracking notes, but the Lord know my heart.
Wait, you ain't going to work me like that. She said, damn it, I'm still sick. This me sick. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's how she hired me. I mean, she hired me over the phone.
Yes.
And I couldn't tell the diva.
Right.
No.
Okay, how about it? What I love about this story.
You are aware. Go ahead. I said you are aware that I have a record deal. She said, I am aware of that. She said, but I need you for this tour. It's a tour. Can you do the tour? And I'm thinking, I've never been on a tour bus. And my ex-husband looked at me and he said, what are you tripping about? It ain't like you going to sing backup for Jessica Simpson or Christina Aguilera.
Shut up.
You going to sing backup for Patti LaBelle. Now, I had to give him kudos for that one. I did. Later on, I had to give that man kudos for that one. Even though I couldn't give him kudos for nothing else, I give him kudos for that.
There's good in everybody, honey. Come on.
There's good in everybody. And he was looking at, these people have disappointed you to the point that you really want to give up almost. I mean, you're still recording, but you have given up in spirit because you've been hurt so bad and you've been, messed over and people have lied to you. And now you're really in a place where you really don't trust this thing anymore. He said, maybe if you go out with her, she can give you a different perspective. Now, I went out with Miss Pat to do one tour.
Right.
And one tour turned into 11 years.
Oh, nice.
So I would tell any singer out there, you know, when God calls you to do something, you got to understand that it's his voice that you are obeying and not that of your own. Because I have been praying and asking God to show me how to deal with this business. I said, because I don't want to get to a place to where I just end up singing in the church, which is nothing wrong with that, but just end up being the lead singer at Mount Sinai.
And the choir, okay, right. Hello.
I know that I was meant to be a world-renowned singer. So, Lord, I need you to show me the way. And in me asking him that in a sincere heart, he allowed all 5 of those people to bring, between all those 5 people, to bring me to the point to where I am today. I've never seen 2 of those people in my life who passed that CD on. And Sammy McKinney, because, and I believe this in my heart, because he was obedient to the Spirit of God and helping his sister, Miss Pat, God gave Sammy 7 more years.
See there?
He died in 2000. He died in 2009. God gave him 7 more years. No, 2010. Gave him 7 more years after that. Almost took a month that he called me.
Wow. Now
and that's just being obedient.
Wow. See, that's the backstory.
Yeah, I mean, he went from a gurgly sound to dying, being HIV positive, to Miss Pat taking me to his room, because the day that she got there, she said, bring that little girl to my room. Now, I got my braids in my hair in plaid, my little satin Ralph Lauren pajamas and slippers, and I said, well, I got to take a shower and get ready. They said, no, when she calls you, you come now. I said, but I don't have nothing but pajamas on. She said, well, she's upstairs. Don't worry about it. She don't care. So I put my little slippers on, honey. My plait was in my head. I got up there, and the first thing this thing does is play a trick on me. Now, you know, all I've ever seen of Patti LaBelle was Up All Night, you know, the series and, the stuff that she's done in Jet Magazine, Essence, you know, her doing the shows, Grammy shows and all that. That's all I've ever seen. So to me, she's like Auntie Patti, Mama Patti, Sister Patti, you know, because she's got a down-earth spirit that comes over, you know, in her persona on stage and off. And that's the woman I was expecting to see. So I get upstairs. I walk in. There are all kinds of people in her suite. They tell me to have a seat. Would you like something to drink? You know, me being a little country girl, no, ma'am, I'm fine. I sit there. And you got the dressmakers and all these people that are coming, you know, in and out of her room and stuff, and she's still in the back. But she comes out in her Christian Dior black lace pajama thing with the robe. She's got on one of these biggest black Kentucky Derby hat I've ever seen in my life. And some black Christian Dior shades. She walks out in full pumps, no makeup. And she said, where is the little girl? Where is she? I looked at her. I said, oh, I know she ain't about to pull no dynasty shit on me. I sit there. I said, really? So I get up and stand up. She comes right to me as if she can't see, like she's blind, you know. She looks.
Right.
Oh my goodness, she's way too short. She won't work. And I looked at her. I said, I'll put on some heels, ma'am. Baby, that thing threw that hat off. Them shades went another way and fell on the floor rolling with the laugh. And she said, yes, baby, I got her. I love it. She said, I'll put on some shades, ma'am. Miss Pat played that trick on me and was dying laughing. She was laughing at herself, and I'm sitting there looking at her like,
okay.
I didn't see nothing funny.
Right.
I said, no, she didn't play. She said, I got you. So that showed me right then she was real people. She loved to play tricks on you. And when I said, and I had the perfect comeback, I had the perfect comeback. I put on heels, ma'am, and she fell out of that. And she said, you know what, you're going with me today. She lost it after that. She said, I tried to keep it together, girl. I couldn't keep it together. She said, you know what? You're just like just like the little old country thing I thought you was going to be. She said, now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go see Sammy today. It's breaking my heart because this is a shock to me. I'm taking you with me. You're going to go with me. Forget sound check. You're going with me. And I'm going, okay, they just gave me 28 songs. I had one day. I'm going to be up here with lyrics on the stage. I don't know this music. And she taking me to the hospital with her. All right.
Right. Okay.
She said, now go up and run along. She said, run along, little girl. Go get ready and meet me downstairs. I went upstairs, honey, and went and got together, beat this face, got them little braids and hair together, and was downstairs 20 minutes earlier. Because the one thing I learned about that woman, she'd rather be an hour early than to be 30 seconds late.
Wow.
And I didn't know that starting off, but that's who she is. She'd rather be an hour early and sit there than to be 30 seconds late for anything. I respect that completely. Because I used to be late for everything until I started working with her.
Girl, you started. Okay, I felt that. Wow. I felt that. Let me tell you, I love hearing you tell that story because I was almost about to quote it with you. Because when they did the PBS special, when Patti was hosting, and you and I can't think of the girl and the cute big boy that was singing with y'all. I like Big Boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Beyonce. It was Beyonce.
That's it. Okay. When you told that story there, I have fallen in love with you because you are someone who can sing through a smile. Okay? And all of us that were watching that, I was like, this girl can sing. She got, and my best friend, we were watching that, and he said, this bitch smiling. She said, wait a minute, all her teeth are showing. She could sing like that through a smile. I said, child, she camera ready. I said, catch it. And it's something about that for girls who can do that, who can sing, and I mean sing, and can give that, and can still be just smiling and carrying on. You know, you took the little piece of hair out your face or whatever, and still did the song. And I said, ooh, wait. And I have been just mesmerized by you since then. You know, that PBS special was years ago. You know, what was that?
It sure was.
That was the what's the name? The old school children when they had all the old school stuff.
They had everybody on there. That's right. That's been about 9 years ago.
Right. When you and see, let me go here because here is something that wow. How is it that you're able to deal with the adversities and the challenges of this business? Because you guys lost Bud, you guys lost Crockett, you know, and to have to endure that as a family, you know, as a singing family, and then of course, you know, with that being Patti's lifeline to her music and everything, John had to come in and step in, you know, to be the musical director and carrying on and all that transitioning. How was that for you to, number one, coming in as part of the family, and then number two, dealing with your personal grief, and then yet having to carry Patti, you know, when she was going through. What was that for you?
First of all, I started singing with bands when I was 19 years old. Mm-hmm. And I understand through this business, we come across some wonderful people that enhance and push us to heights unknown. And when I went out with Miss Pat, she had just changed that band completely. Bud wasn't with her. I ended up meeting Bud 2 years later when she was getting ready to do her management company, and I was one of the artists that she was going to manage. Mm-hmm. And Bud did the showcase. And I'd seen him on television for years, but just never had the chance to be close to him. And he and I shared a sedan together from the venue back to the Trump Towers. And we were in traffic in New York, and he looked at me, he said, you know, you remind me so much of and he called her Patricia. You remind me so much of Patricia. He said, I see why she loves you so much, and I've never seen her take anyone under her wing the way she's done with you. I commend her for that. He said, but let me say something to you. He said, understand everything that has happened, God has placed you here for such a time as this. And I could have jumped out that car and ran down the highway when that man said that, because it was confirmation in what I know God had already done. Mm-hmm, and he told me about his sickness, and he told me that he had been sick, but God had been put him in remission, and, you know, he was doing good, and he was, you know, hopeful. And he said, but you know what, Mary, if you took me today, I would be ready. And, you know, for me to know that you got your business fixed, thank you, Jesus.
Okay now.
That you have gone through your journey, and that anytime he takes you, you are ready, because you said, Lord, I submit my will to your will, and you let your will be done, because I have walked through this journey and enjoyed every moment of it. You have placed me in a place that nobody else has ever been in, and I've been close. This is the closest I've ever been to an angel.
Mercy.
And knew it. And I was able to ride on that angel's wing and soar to places that I had never dreamt of. That man blessed me. So when he died, I was sad in the fact that he was gone, but I was happy for him because he had struggled for so long with cancer. Mm-hmm. And he said, you know, I'm tired of fighting. You know, when my daddy died, he didn't have to suffer with cancer. He wasn't laid up in a bed. He just preached. And when he was preaching, he looked back at my sister at the end of his sermon. He put both of his hands in the air and said, it is finished. And my daddy transitioned. He didn't die. He transitioned right there in the pulpit and left.
Wow.
And I can say that prayer that my father prayed, you know, at the end of his prayer, he said, Lord, give me an overcoming faith that will cheer up my soul in a dying hour. Then take my spirit on home with you so I can praise your name through ceaseless ages. Your servant's prayer, not Aaron, but your servant's prayer. Your servant. Amen. That prayer is what took him through his journey. And those are the kind of prayers that Crockett, and because Crockett was a good man. I went to Crockett's funeral. Crockett was a wonderful man. But those are the kind of prayers that Bud, you know, when you know a person has God in their life and they live for him, you can't work with Patti and not understand God. Because there are many ups and downs, ins and outs. that you endure, that, sometimes you want to give up, but, God will speak to you and say, when I say you can move, I know you want to move in your time. I know you want to come out from back here. He said, but I'm allowing you to still do what you do on your own, but I need you to stay here until your change comes.
Dig that. Dig that.
And I have stayed because until he says my change has come, I will stay right there. I will not move. I go out and do my stuff on my own, and I go right back and sing back up. People ask me all the time, how do you do that? I said, in humbleness is the first thing, because I'm humbled in my spirit. You got to humble yourself to learn some things that God wants to teach you.
Say that.
And
say that. Say
watching her in an humble spirit has kept me there for 11 years, has elevated me for 11 years, because you never would have seen me on that interview had she not said, make sure Mary is put on that interview.
Wow.
She said she told them to do that.
Okay.
So she has catapulted me to a place to say, okay, I'm going to teach you. And she doesn't say this. She doesn't say it, but she says it in her actions. I'm going to teach you, because all I'm going to do, I don't know when Miss Pat going to throw me no ball like she did with that song that you played earlier when I was singing I Don't Know About Tomorrow. It was only John Stanley and me and the other two singers. I had no idea she was about to tell me to go out there and sing. But when you know you got an ace in the hole, and that she's a blackjack player. She loves to play blackjack.
Okay.
When you know you got an ace in the hole, when you know you got an ace in the hole, baby, you know if you throw something at her, she's going to take that baton and run.
Okay.
You can rest a little while. You may feel a little weary or what have you, but you say, you know what? I got a little ball of fire back here. I'm gonna throw that at y'all before we walk off. And she ended the concert with me singing that song. I went back to get ready to go back to my mic. She said, girl, come on, we gone. This is it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's it. Okay, enough said. Enough said. Press pause, girl, because I got to play you doing this right here. Because, see, you just set that up. Listen.
Oh, my God.
Oh. Yes.
My Lord.
There's so much life I've left to live, and this fire's burning still. When I watch you look at me, I think I could find a way to stand for every dream and forsake the solid ground and give up this fear within. What would happen if they ever knew I'm in love with you? 'Cause I surrender everything to feel the chance to live again. I race to you. I know you can feel it too. We make it through 1,000 dreams I still believe. I'd make you give them all to me. I'd hold you in my arms and never let go. I surrender. I know I can't survive another night away from you. You're the reason I go on. Now I need to live the truth. Right now, there's no better time. From this fear I will break free, and I live again with love. And no, they can't take that away from me. And they will see. To feel the chance
God, you got me crying over here, baby.
The Sting,
yeah.
The Sting.
That's the song.
See,
that's the song that she heard that Sammy played for her. That song.
If you don't stop playing with me, girl, I'm sitting up here. See, this is wow. See, this is how I know that God just. When I heard this song, because I went through, one of the things I love to do when I'm bringing someone on who sings or whatever, I like to go through their catalog and see. I am a music person, okay? Listen, I'm a B-side girl, okay? The hits are the hits for a reason, honey. But I like to listen. I like to read liner notes. I'm one. That's to come. I digital. All this iTunes and stuff is cute, but I'm one who like the liner notes, honey. Tell me who them screaming girls are in the background and carrying on, honey. Who's on these horns and all that.
That's right.
And I am one who always loved the tunes that should have been on the radio. Okay. And when I heard this, I was like, oh my God, honey, how come this is not, blowing up everywhere, honey? I said, no. I said, I'm gonna put this in my in the screen over here, honey, because I was gonna sock you with it, honey. I was gonna sock you. But I said, but one of the things I do know is that everything happens here for a reason, and right when you was giving all that last piece, honey, it just happens to fit there. I surrender. Okay, I surrender. I talk about that in my book, about how surrender is oh so sweet. If we just learn. Okay, we all, to say let go and let God has become such a cliche to where folks don't get it. You know what I'm saying? To really let go of something puts you in a place where there's nothing there. It's so vulnerable. It is so being naked. It is so being childlike all over again, to where you have nothing else to lean on but God. Nothing else to lean on but who you say God is to you, because that's the only thing that can sustain you from that particular point. And then when you let God, or, that divine presence, that infinite presence, the omniverse, as I like to say, or however you define God in your life, when you let God come in and be the ultimate parent, the ultimate builder, the ultimate sustainer, the ultimate lifter-upper, honey, then everything then goes into place. And that there is why surrendering is so sweet. It's right in there, right in there. And to know that the testimony of these folks that you've come in contact with, honey, like you said, honey, their business was in order. Everything was in order. And that there, honey, you cannot buy that. You can't do nothing else with it. You cannot do nothing else with that but give God praise for it where it all belongs. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's right. And so this, oh my God. And so this song, it just fits. I surrender.
That's right.
Oh,
you were on it, baby. Okay. You were right. You were right in place.
Okay. Oh, okay. See, I'm getting too deep for my own ass.
No. Let me tell you about deep. Deep is knowing, being analytical about the place that you are in Christ.
See there.
And when you are obedient to the word that you hear in your heart, God will elevate your consciousness.
See there.
That's all He wants to do. He wants to bless you, but He wants to elevate your consciousness in Him, your connection with Him.
And that's how you get to know God and all of God's splendor, is when you elevate in the consciousness. Child, okay, see, we're going to,
good,
girl.
Bad, and indifferent.
See?
Good, bad, some people get mad at the why. Why would God put this in my life? Why wouldn't he? Who are you for him not to place this on your journey? He had to go through all kinds of things. God himself. You say the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and they all make one. When his son was dying and still loving on us, it showed him something about who he was. It showed him who he was. Because this is my only begotten son, in whom I'm well pleased. I'm pleased with him. Because first of all, he's a lamb. He came before a lamb. He came as a lamb before the slaughter. Before the slaughter, meaning he had to come before people who were not going to understand him, who did not know who he was as God's son. And being God's son, he's a part of God. God sent his son into this detriment, knowing what he was going to be faced with. The entire time he was here. But he said, Daddy, I'm going to go. I want to go because you love him so much. And if you love him like you love him, I don't mind dying for their sins. I don't mind. Because, see, I'm going to come back here and sit on the right hand of you beside the throne. I'm going to come back here. That's the beautiful part of this.
Now,
rise again.
Let me give you this that just sat in my spirit just now. And that is, let's look at your career and look at where God has placed you and the similarities that you and Jesus just had. I'm going to go before these people, Lord. They don't know nothing about me. They barely know that I'm a singer. They barely know my name. But I'm going to go, Lord, because you said it's time for me to do this. God placed you, before someone who had that exact same journey, who said, I need you. See there? And so along this journey, honey, right there, if you love them enough to give them your hard work, to give them your talent, to give them the days that you out there sweating and hurting that don't nobody know, to give them when you forgot to take your insulin and about to fall out on this stage under these hot lights that they don't know that.
That's right.
Forgive them. Right. Would you finna give them all of this and love them the way like that? Yes, I'm going to go with you. Yes, I've been hurt before because this industry done sat up there and promised me this and told me that and said this and said that. Okay? And if you believe in me like that, yes, I'm going to go. See there? You better get it. You better get it. Get it and get it well. Let me go here. Woo! Good child.
I've been with this woman. I've been with this woman when her sugar was 500. You hear me? And she has gotten on that stage and wore them out with a headache. She turned around and looked at me. She said, you got some ibuprofen? Because you know I keep ibuprofen with me all the time from these car accidents. And I would walk off the stage, go to the dressing room, get the ibuprofen, come back, put it in a napkin. She'd drink up some water and take that ibuprofen on that stage and that thing keep singing. I look at that woman and said, Lord, there is no way anybody in that sugar is 500. I'd have been back there when the doctor is telling her, you cannot go on stage, Patti. Because you are risking going into having. I don't know why you're not comatose now. And I looked at him. I said, "But God." And Miss Pat said, "Did you hear that? Move out the way.
Okay.
I got work to do." And she walked right past him and go and work. And when you have that kind of strength and that kind of knowing in what you are in Christ, that you know if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die doing what I love doing. Oh.
See there, now, girl. Because it ain't a job, honey.
I'm not going to die in the dressing room. I'm not going to die in my bed. I'm going to die rolling on this floor and giving these people everything that's in me.
Okay.
That right there alone, me seeing that, will sustain me through the rest of my career.
Okay.
Because I've been shown what true courage is. what true belief is.
Exactly.
In yourself, in your ability.
Okay.
I've been shown that.
Okay. Now, I got some hands up. I got to go to these folks. I got to go to these folks because they have been raising their hand, and I got to let them come on in. They want to say something. Okay. Oh, my God. See, I could go deep. Let me cut 718-220. 718-220. Hello there, my darling. You're dishing tea with Big Meach, and say hello to the Chaunteuse herself. This is Mary Griffin. Hello, caller.
Hello, Mary Griffin.
Hello, sweetheart.
This is John Stanley calling. I am,
No, you didn't.
I just
no,
said
you
you're going to make me start
me
coughing.
for that.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
I am everything, and everything is me, honey.
Yes, it is. Everything. I just wanted
would
to.
you tell him? You
say,
taught me them 28 songs at one day of rehearsal. Would you tell him John was the one that taught me all the music that when Patti brought me in. That's the amazing part. John was the one.
Let me tell you, Mary Griffin came in and it was very true. At the time, Patti was she was doing a lot of concerts, and I'm telling you, we had changed background singers like at least 3 times, and they would bring in 2 more singers, and then we would be practicing, and they would have to learn it in a day or two, and we got to somewhere, and Patti said, "It's still not right. It's still not right." She said, "I need something that I can hold on to." So I heard when she said, "Call. How about that girl that Sammy knows, or Sammy had a connection with?" So they called Mary and had her come on in, and she came to the rehearsal spot, and they gave me, I believe they gave us 1 day to rehearse together. And when they gave us rehearsal, they just, at the time I was singing background, but they just said, "John, I know you know these songs, so come on, we got this girl, and she could sing." Mary came in, she said, "Oh, Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do, Jesus." She said, I'm used to doing my own show. She said, "But I don't know about this background." I said, "Come on, baby, we're going to get this, and we're going to go through this." Well, we did go through, because a normal show at that time we would do maybe would be about 15, 16 songs. But I said, "You got to go through all of these songs, maybe 28 songs." I said, because the way Patti is, you never know what she's going to pull out the hat. And if you don't know it, you better act like you know it.
Okay.
He taught me, baby. He taught me.
And let me tell you, Mary stuck in there. She had, her little tape recorder. She had her notes, but she was on point. And it was just what you were saying earlier about watching her on TV. She's a consummate professional. When you see her, and that's part of the game of entertainment, because a lot of people in entertainment, a lot of things are spur of the moment, interviews and singing, and sometimes something is going to happen that you don't even know is going to happen. But Mary will smile through it all, and that's one of the things that endears her about Patti, because she likes strong people behind her. You have to know what you're doing, and if you don't, you better look like you do.
Okay.
And Mary she not only brings that kind of presence and support, but she brings that talent that's with her, because she does know what she's doing. And she prevailed over that. She learned all those songs, and eventually we pulled her sisters in for a couple of the shows, and they did that too. But Mary is just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful addition to Patti LaBelle and Patti LaBelle's organization, her live shows. She leans on her so much for support. And she looks back there and she's like, she looks back to her singers and to some of her friends in the band, and if she looks back there at Mary and she sees that Mary's like, "Come on, Mama, you can do it," it gives her an extra boost to go on. So, she is just absolutely a wonderful, wonderful addition to us.
I am
I love you, baby.
See, you know, as a fan, and I'm more than a fan. I feel like I'm part of the family.
You're a friend, baby.
You know, see there,
You're a friend
and see, John, you and I share something and I hold this memory because when you placed that microphone in my hand 15 years ago, that there was my connection with you. I have finally gotten up on stage. This was in Detroit, and this was 2003. It was March 2003. It was my birthday, and I don't know if you would remember this. However, when I explain this, you might get it.
Okay.
I had on a lime green suit. We were at the Fox Theater. I was the first person that Patti called up on stage this particular night because I had given her some flowers earlier. She had sang, "You are, if I were a river, you would be my ocean." And she sang that song to me. When she called for her audience participation song, she said she kept calling me Big Baby that night, and I said, okay. She said, you know what I'm finna do? And I said, yes, I do. Here I am. And I was the first one she called up. I had on my suit, but what happened when you guys were coming to help me up on the stage, my damn shoe got caught on the lip of the stage, and I was just fucked up my entire entrance, okay? I was about to break down. You hear me? I was about to fall. Now, I told you I'm a big man. I'm at that time I was like 375. I'm 6'4". I was about 375, and I had to break down to one knee so that I wouldn't fall because I started to go backwards. And I can't think of the other child's name. Y'all were grabbing me, and I had to break down on one knee, and then I got up, and then came on the stage. And so,
I think I do remember that.
Okay.
That's been a while ago, though.
Yeah, that's a while ago.
What I love about John is that I don't care what he is going through, what is going on. I don't care how Miss Pat big fuss at him and get on him. He always has a smile on his face. He's always a beautiful, beautiful spirit.
It's a beautiful
and that's
spirit,
what I love about him, because he wants to help to expedite whatever the plan is. And you can be feeling like, this don't make no sense, And he said, well, Mary, we just going to go up here, baby, and we're going to do what we do, and we're going to get through it. And I look at him with his beautiful self, and I said, you know what, just because you're gorgeous, we're going to go up here and do
okay, right, because he is.
Put that smile on me and tell me anything, and I go, okay, I'm all right, baby. Come on, let's do it. And I love him for his spirit, because he's never negative. He's never, ever, ever controversial. He's never argumentative. His spirit is beautiful. And I've never known a musical director that didn't cuss somebody out every now and then. Every night. I mean, just, like once in one blue moon. But he never does that. And no matter how hard it gets sometimes or what is stacked up against him, he'll just, say, well, it don't matter. We here for a job, so let's go, honey. Let's go do what we do. And I said, you know what? Because you are beautiful, God is going to continue to elevate you. And everything that you want in this life, he is going to give it to you. He may not come when you call him, but he's going to come on time.
On time, indeed.
On time, and the way it ought to be. See, and see, the timing is when you need it, not when you want it.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the kick.
What we need, not what we want.
That's the kick. Okay.
You have said something. Well, I'm going to tell you, Mary came along when we needed her, because out of all the singers, and Patti's had quite a few people to sing background for her, but there is something special about Mary. There's certain gifts, there's certain singers that you hear in this travel of life, and I know I have. I've been doing music for 32 years, and been all around the world hearing them. But there's something very special when you get to someone that makes you feel something, and they not only make you feel, the goose pimples and the hairs raised on your arms and on your back, and you feel something, but it's something when you feel it in your heart, in your soul, and it causes it causes a stirring in you, as the church folk would say, and causes a stirring in your soul. But you have to realize that that's God's anointing, and it's special. There are many people that can sing, but when you have a God-given, a lot of us have God-given gifts and talents, but there's a difference when you have an anointing on your voice. And I find the same thing with Mary, the same thing that Patti has, Mary has, when in terms of she has her own individual voice as well as Patti, and Patti may be, the star and sold all of her records and, did whatever she had to do in the media, but Mary is her own star in her own right, but she has been given a very, very special gift, an anointing, and, her purpose is being fulfilled out there on stage every time she goes out, because you not only see that God has blessed her with talent, but you see and you hear something else that can't quite well be defined by words, but I guess the best word would be anointed. It's just an anointing.
Yes,
I love that man.
yes.
I love that man. I love it.
I sit sometimes
Not
at
just
home.
because he's gorgeous either.
You're too kind. Listen, I sit sometimes at home and just listen to watch YouTube and listen to Mary Griffin. If anybody's listening out there, just YouTube Mary Griffin, and she's got so many different clips of her singing on there. But she's singing gospel, she's singing pop, she's singing rock, she's singing everything. But sometimes I just go on there, and it will bless my whole day just to hear her sing Peace Be Still, or hear her sing I'll Fly Away, or sing, she could take anything. She can sing the alphabet, and you could probably get happy on that and run around your living room. But yeah, it's there are not many singers that are like that, and they come with she comes with a humble spirit and ready to work and ready to do what she's supposed to do. So we love her. We just love her for that.
Okay. Well, I am blessed, and I am one who feels, like I said, as a music lover and somebody who has been, I'm 42 now. I've been following Patti since I was 7. Yeah, about 7 years old. Okay, when I was old enough to know her name, because that was always like LaBelle is a funny name. That's a funny name, and that was always been my connection. A funny name. And having I know a good day, I know a bad day, I know a concert that she done said, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then got this, like, damn, I don't feel this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I know, I can hear it. Okay, that's how strong I've been. I call her my mama. Patti, as far as my entertainment mother, and my mother and Patti's birthdays are 2 days apart. So Patti is my entertainment mama. Okay, so having said all that and knowing that, John, when you came in and stepped up into the role of musical producer and musical director, for the organization, Mary, you coming in, and giving us your fever and carrying on. And one of the things I will say is that I notice not only that Mary, you study Patti, but you also study Debbie. You and Debbie Henry, honey, y'all are sister girls, because I hear a lot. I'm telling you, because I hear that. So having to know, the organization, I am privileged, to have that in the live show. So every time I come to a concert, honey, it's an experience. Like I told you earlier, honey, I have to have my fix. I need to be, if I'm not in the pit, I'm in the first four rows somewhere. I have to, that's just me. I have to have my handkerchief. Y'all gonna see me, and I will scream out everything, because that night in Detroit, I was the last one she had seen, because the guy that sang in front of me, that boy he wailed. I couldn't follow him because I had just screamed out everything. When Patti stepped out and put her foot out there, she hurt my mouth, and he ain't walked on the stage yet. I had screamed out everything. So I'm one of those kids who have to be there. And if it wasn't for the magic and the energy that you guys bring with it to make it a complete show, then it would not have that same impact. And knowing my mama like I've come to learn her, you know, she's not going to have just anybody behind her. You've got to be special, and you've got to be on it in order to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because of who she is as a child, please.
No, indeed.
A powerhouse only makes powerhouses. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the candor. A powerhouse is going to make a powerhouse. You can't be, you know, lackadaisical in this because it would not work. The magic is not there. So yeah, that's to your credit and to your testament and to the work that you bring on, and to John, that's to you as well for being able to know your stuff. Now coming from background singer to and being the backup pianist to now being the complete musical director, you know, because you're responsible for the girls and for the children to make sure that the backgrounds are on point and this, that, and the other, making sure the band got this so that everything is ready.
Right.
Child, yes. Okay, please.
And he gonna teach every part. He gonna tell you what she gonna do, what she not gonna do, to look for this, to look for that. And I owe him so much for that one day that we went through all of that music, because he got me ready even for meeting her, you know, because he told me a whole lot of stuff I needed to know, because I knew nothing of Miss LaBelle. And then on top of that, after that, he carried me through, because we were singing the same part. He would carry me through, and still carry me through sometimes, because if I get up there sometimes and that voice is messing with me, we singing the same part. And I'm like, okay, baby, take me through, honey.
Okay.
Mama done gave all she got. I'm sick. I got the flu. I'm trying to do the best I can, but he know just when to jump in there, baby. And come in, and he'll say, okay, I'm going to come on this part.
Okay.
I get off this one, but I can come on this part.
and Dennis, I just want to piggyback real quick, and I'm going to get off, because this interview is definitely about Mary. But I just want to say that I want to piggyback on what you said about, you know, powerhouses only make powerhouses, or they only deal with powerhouses and you know, that and make them stronger. And Patti LaBelle has been that, and I'm sure Mary would tell you that, as she's been talking already in this interview, that she only makes you stronger. And when we get out there and we do what we have to do, you know, a lot of people, like you say, they see Mama Patti and Mama Patti, but it's not to get it twisted. I have seen so many people come and audition for her, have auditioned people, and just nice and sweet and humble and all of that, but they weren't cutting it. And the thing about Patti is that you have to know what you're doing to be up there, and she will know if you are. You're not going to be riding her coattails. She wants to know if she falls out, if her wig is tangled up in the back.
Okay,
if she's got to go to the restroom, and she got to go for some kind of emergency off the stage, that she can leave us out there. If she had to go for 10 minutes, and this has happened before, now she'll make up the time at the end, but if she had to leave out for whatever emergency, that we can do a show without her, and she don't even have to worry about it.
And she can keep her thing going.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Honey, the show with Tom Joyner, and she said she had to come from, the doctor told her she wasn't supposed to be singing. And she ended up doing that show anyway, honey, and got them children out there screaming the way that they did, honey. And that's my mama. I understand. Okay? I understand. She said, the doctor told me I wasn't supposed to be doing that, honey. And she got out there and did what she could and got them babies up there. Please, we rocked.
Yeah, she's definitely like that. She's going to give her all, and she's, you know, the one thing that she's been given all these years is her live show, and she's like, no, she's like, if the people are not going to buy the records or whatever, the one thing that she can always count on is her hardcore fans and her live show. And so anybody that's associated with that or affiliated with that, you have got to bring it. And And once again, I just want to say thank you so much to Mary for being a sweet and humble spirit and lending her talent to us, because she could be doing her own show. She could be doing, and she does do her own gigs, but she comes back with us and does whatever. And I tell Mary all the time, I said, Mary, I don't know. I said, now, when she gets ready, I said, please come back to this gig, because I said, if you leave the stage, I don't know what I'm going to look at.
Okay.
I don't know if I got anything else pretty up here to look at, but I know if you up there, I can look at you.
Okay, here you go.
I just grinned because I said, Lord, this old beautiful thing here talking about looking at me. All right then, baby. Come on.
Yes, indeed. I said, I don't know about the rest of them. I said, but I know if you leave, I don't know what else I got to look at up here that's pretty. You know, you need to surround yourself with some beautiful things sometimes. And sometimes when you ain't got nothing in gloom and doom, it makes the job a little different. But if you got a baby doll up there, if you got a baby doll up there on the pedal,
I be looking down there at him going, Lord, that's a gorgeous man.
Okay, because he is. Yes, he is, child.
Everybody cover your ears. Cover your ears.
Look here. He give me somebody to look at, too, while I'm up there working.
Hey, well, you know what, honey, and exactly. See, if you find the joy in the work, it doesn't become a job anymore, honey. It becomes playtime.
That's right, baby.
See, so right, honey,
and
you
I enjoy
understand.
going to my job.
I
enjoy going to my job. I love it. I said, Lord, I thank you for having my name. I'm like Miss Debbie. Thank you for having my name on the road.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Miss Debbie will say that in a minute. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. She said, ooh, Lord, thank you for having my name on the road. I said, yes, ma'am, Miss Debbie. I feel the same way.
Okay.
We could be in the unemployment line.
Honey.
Oh my God! Well, look, I'm gonna get off here and let y'all talk, but I just wanted to call and express how I felt about Mary, and we love you, Mary.
So thank you for that.
I love you too, baby.
Yes, indeed, and
I love you too. You have a great day up there in New York City in that cold weather. I just left Newark, New Jersey, on Sunday morning. It was raining a little bit. I said, Lord, let me get out of here. I'm already suffering with the flu.
Oh my goodness,
it's crazy.
And I understand. I got that horse. I don't have the flu, but I got that hoarseness. And y'all even gave me a tip for the day. Now I got the throat coat at home. I'm gonna have to go and find me a little Cavassier and put it in there and make me a hot toddy because I got to go and sing this weekend.
Okay, turn the heat on hell, honey, and sweat it out.
Indeed, yes, indeed. Well, y'all have a good one. Have a blessed one, Dennis and Mary, and love you guys.
All right, baby. I'll get in touch with you soon because you need to be on the other end now. It's your turn. Come on.
All right, we're going to do that real soon,
baby.
You got all right, bye-bye. Please put him on.
Thank you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, for those, if you didn't catch it, honey, that was Mr. John Stanley. He is currently the musical director for Patti LaBelle and is responsible for making sure that the sound that we hear now on the recordings and in the live shows and things, honey, is he is now responsible for that. He stepped in when we lost Bud. And actually, he's been doing it before when Bud was out and whatever, and he was always the backup pianist and all of that. So, you know, he's well versed and well equipped, honey. So yeah, you know, we thank him for coming on in. Everything. Oh, that was such a joy, honey. That was such a joy. So now, you know what? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sitting over here, I'm tingling, and I'm having a ball with this.
I love it.
And let me go here because I want the folks to know he done said something about the whole YouTube experience. And, you know, for those who know you or want to hear you or want to hear something else, let the folks know where to find your work. You have a number of singles out. The one single that I played, Think About You, which is sickening. Okay, that I surrendered. That to send everybody in. Okay, if child, if you didn't get caught up with that one, I'm sorry, honey. Maybe we need to to boost you or something. But that there, where can folks find you, honey? Give them your website and all of that information.
Okay, you can go to marygriffin.com, and we have a download of Shine On Me, which is a hymnal song that I sang at Abundant Life Cathedral here, and that's available for download. You can go to SoundCloud. There's music there as well that I did from Holiday on Ice, as well as some music that I've done just, on gigs that we've had recorded and put on audio. You can go to Spotify. You can go to iTunes. And you can also buy Purified on Amazon.com. Now,
yes.
the single that you played, that is coming up very soon in the first quarter of the year on my new record. And I think I'm going to name this record "Goddess in the Making," because I have a single on there by the name of "Goddess in the Making." And it basically tells about my journey. It tells about the things that are going on in the world today. And it's one of those records that, I wrote most of the music on there with co-partner over in Holland, Fabian Deck, and some other guys, Hein and Mark Scapoli. And we are trying to get the message out. And this is going to be coming out on a new label I'm signing with, Monarch. And a friend of mine heard me sing years ago in New Orleans when I was singing down on Bourbon Street in St. Anne. Anybody that's on here that knows about St. Anne, that's on that end where a lot of people try to turn around, but that's where I live. When I go there, that's my end. That's where the children are. He heard me sing.
Okay, the children.
That's what the children are, honey. That's the true support. He heard me sing one night in a club down there, and I stayed on his heart. I stayed in his mind, and he found me after 8 years and through the website. That's why websites are so important. MaryGriffin.com, and got in contact with me through the management. And said, I got a deal for you. Now, I hear people come to me all the time about a deal, all the time. But this guy is someone, when God brings you something, it's the Lord bringing it to you. Because when someone sits down for 8 years and they go, okay, I'm looking for this girl. I can't find her. But when I find her, I got something for her. And I've been praying and asking God, there's something that I need from you. And I don't need it for me. I need it for the journey. I need it for the message. Because for me, I can always do what I'm doing. But for the true message of what God has placed me out here to do, I know I need that for my people. I need that for the people of God to be able to show them a different way about music, to show them a different kind of lady, on stage that will take it back to the days of the Patti LaBelle, the LaBelles, the Roberta Flack, and, the women that were singing about what was going on today, the Tina Turners, what's going on in our world today. We need to sing about that kind of stuff because that's the only thing that's going to change our children. Our young ladies have gone astray. They think if you're not naked on stage, you can't sell a record, but that's a lie.
Exactly.
If you got a true gift and you got a message, you can get it out there. And there's an audience for that. So I have music that I'm about to sign this deal with these guys. They have come to me with a wonderful package, something where I can keep, my legacy. I can keep my catalog. And that's really what every singer wants to be able to do, every performer, every artist, be able to keep your work so you can take care of your legacy. Even when you're gone, your kids can live off of your legacy, and it belongs to you. And they've offered me a deal that I know God has brought it through them, and, I receive it. I'm going to receive it because I know it's something that I have been praying for. But I'm not going to leave Mama Patti. not until God say, you know, it's time to move. But I can do. They told me, he said, you can keep your plateau. You can stay on the platform you are in. And see, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody that understood the message, but understood how that message is connected to an angel, and that I need to be connected to her in order to do it. And that way I know when she says, you know, I'm just going to take care of my cooking, you know, my stuff, I'm going to be able to take care of her. You know, I told her, I said, even no matter what happens, I'm going to always look after you. And I know I don't have to look after her because she has put enough, you know, trails and work in for 50 years on that stage, you know, not for somebody to look after her, but God placed me here to look after her. That's the only reason he would have put me back there behind her.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do that just like I would my own mother. Yeah, I'm going to do that just like I would my own mom.
Now, because you just set up.
It's very seldom, you know, that it's very seldom that you come across someone with the kind of power in their body that is a light the way Patti is. And I never want to ever see her, because Patti didn't write all of her music. That's something people don't understand. Because she didn't write her music, she has to go to work. You know, she has to go out there. She got to beat them streets. She got to sustain and coast on the thing that she's done for so many years. But knowing what she went through and how she has put through, you know, the music so that people like me can be seen, little dark-skinned girl with a weave, because, you know, they like the light-skinned girls. Them dark-skins, but we got to do some. I'm just being honest. We got to do some scraping and some pulling and some praying to get to the top. And, you know, if you don't have what Patti has, you know, you just one of those people that had a great voice that the world didn't get a chance to enjoy. So what I want to do is, when she can't go out there and work anymore, is to make sure that, you know, I give back in some way to make sure that Mama taken care of.
Right, jig that.
Sit down and look at her talk shows and still have some money rolling in.
See there?
Because she put it in.
There.
She put it in for me.
Exactly. Now, see, you just set up this neck. I wasn't going to play this, but see, you just set this up because...
I'm responsible, baby.
Yes,
from
yes,
the famous George Clinton, baby. That's from the famous George Clinton. Yes.
Baby, let me tell you something about this song right here. When I heard this, I have this thing that I do, and I put up on Facebook a lot, where I call it the Learn to Love Myself playlist. And I tell folks, take those same songs that you want to sing to your boo bear, okay, your little boo baby.
That's right.
And take them songs and sing it to yourself. Listen to those lyrics and take that song and sing it to yourself. And let that song permeate through your spirit and then internalize it. When I heard this, I am holding you responsible for my heart. Can you handle it? Baby, I said that's got to go on that's got to go on the Learning to Love Myself playlist.
Can you handle it?
Okay, don't break it.
Don't break it now. I'm placing you.
See?
Responsible.
Stay right there in that mirror and say that to yourself. Ha!
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Ooh.
And pop 3 times, baby, up and down and in the middle.
Ooh. And then that little funk on it, honey. Ow. Yes.
That is from the famous George Clinton, baby. George took me in. He gave me that track, and he said, okay, this is what I want you to do.
That's George.
I'm not going to be there. That's George Clinton from the Brides back in the 70s, honey.
You ain't going to give me that.
That's it. That man told me, he said, I know you, I want you to go put your stank on this.
Ooh.
And told me to go in and produce it myself. See, George is teaching me, Patti teaching me that stage, but George is teaching me the mechanics of recording.
Dig that. Dig it.
And that can transcend, you know, everything. Because every music I have heard out here, I didn't even know who George Clinton was when George found me. How about that?
Wow.
George found me in a little jazz cafe, and he was singing 3-hour shows. And when he came in there, and he sat down with that funky hair and sat down in there, I said, who is this man with all these different color hair on his head sitting up in there? And my friend just said, that's George Clinton. I said, who is that? You
what
don't know
is a George Clinton? Okay.
Exactly. I said, I don't know no George Clinton. She said, Atomic Dog. I said, oh. I said, okay, I've heard of it, but what are you doing in here? He came to watch
Okay, right.
And so he told his friend, Kathy Griffin, who's no relation to me that I know of, but, you know, she was one of my biggest fans and friends, and she said, I brought him here because I want you to go on the road with him. I said, I'm not going over with this crazy-looking man. And she was like, I need you to give it a chance, baby. This was 4 years ago.
Wow.
She brought him in there, and she said, the next day she said, well, I need you to meet us over at Sunshine, which is the herbal place here. And you get all the organic foods and supplements and stuff. And I said, for what? She said, George wants to meet you. I said, girl, I ain't got no clothes on. I'm laying up here with a robe on and this bonnet on my head. She said, listen to me. I'm going to take you somewhere that's going to change your life. You said you like rock and roll. You want to be the next Tina Turner? How about this? This who can catapult you there.
Wow.
You know, this girl got to put her makeup on and beat her face, put a dress on, honey, and drove right on over there to Sunshine's. And he was sitting in there with that hair on his head. He didn't have no shoes on his feet. He was eating some cornbread and beans. And I said, oh, my God. And see, this is something God taught me about myself 4 years ago. He said, judge ye not, that ye may be judged by the same judge. He placed that in my spirit as soon as I walked in there and looked at him.
Ooh, wait a minute. You just socked me for that. Ooh, you just socked me. I wasn't expecting that one. You just socked me for that.
Let me tell you, God got a way of putting you in your place. He said, now hold up, don't get out of position because you don't know who I placed where. Put them in a certain plateau for such a time as this. So get yourself together. And so I'm sitting there. He got crumbs all in his beard. He eating. All I can see is his eyes and little eyes. And I looked in that man's eyes, and I saw that man's soul. I said, oh, Jesus. And I said, it came to me. You look beyond my faults. And you saw my needs. Okay, Lord. I get it. I sat down with him, and he said, I came there to hear you sing. He said, but I want to hear you sing something with no music. I went into Jennifer Holliday's, and I am telling you, I'm not going. Now, he stopped eating his cornbread. You're the best man I've ever known. There's no way I'll ever let you go. No way. No way. I'm living without you.
Sing, girl.
I'm not living without you. And at that point, I looked at his feet, and his back and his foot was just going up and down, shaking. I don't want to be free. I'm staying. And you're going to love me. You're going to love me. That man had tears rolling down his face.
Okay.
He said, I want to ask you something. Can you come out on the road with me? I said, well, I sing with Patti LaBelle. I don't know how that would mix. He said, well, when you're not with Patti, you can come with me. I said, I looked at him. I said, well, what am I going to sing? He said, oh, don't worry about that. We'll find something for you to sing. I said, but I don't know your music. He said, well, I'll teach it to you. But we'll find something for you to be featured during my show.
Wow.
And we'll work you on in with the band. Now, when an icon like this man, and you know what? It took me 2 years. I'm out on the road with that man, and I did not figure out that show because I didn't realize his whole story is like a Broadway play.
Mm-hmm.
The whole George Clinton cult is like a Broadway show.
Yes, ma'am. The mothership, honey.
In a band. I didn't know about no ship, none of that. But the Holy Spirit allowed me to understand who and what this man was by going back and studying him. And when I saw those lights on that ship back in the 70s and looking at that, I remember my father talking about that chariot in his last sermon and talking about, he described how that chariot looked that was coming for him. And that was nothing but a spaceship. I said, Lord, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait, this is too deep. Wait. What are you doing? And Lord said, get on this chariot and I'm going to show you what I'm taking you to. This man took me overseas. And I have never seen the kind of, oh, my God, audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen in this man's genre of music. We went to Glastonbury. There were 184,000 people. This is one of the biggest jazz and blues and funk. And, I mean, they had everybody out there from Shakira to Snoop to, I mean, everybody. And George's stage, he was on the biggest stage. And when I didn't even know we were backstage. When I walked out there and saw all those people standing out there, my legs started shaking.
Wow.
I said, oh, my God, this is the first time in my life I have ever had a chance to reach this many people at one time, and they don't know who I am.
Come on now, what I tell you earlier. What I say earlier. Come on now, Jesus. Come on now, Jesus. Modern day Jesus. Okay, they don't know nothing about me. But if you love me like that, I'll go, Lord.
I'll go. Send me.
See there?
I'll go.
Okay.
And he didn't have no bones about putting me out there, telling them I was the newest member of the group. And ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Miss Mary Griffin. And I went in, and all I could see was cameras snapping and hitting, and it makes him so proud because that's one part of the show. Because George said, you know, we always have an audience that stand up and watch our shows.
Right.
But you don't get standing ovations. You don't get people clapping and you know, after a song, and you get this roaring and all of this kind of thing because they go straight into another song. And you can have one song, and that's a whole story. That's one song, and it may go 15 or 20 minutes.
Exactly.
But to have one song, and he make me milk that song for 12 minutes on that stage, and that's your time to shine. He gave me a plateau to reach the rock and roll people that I wanted to reach, saying that I wanted to do this Tina Turner thing overseas. And then I began to see the picture. God can do so many things through so many different kinds of people. You just have to trust him. He said, if you're going to trust me for one thing, trust me for it all. Not for some of it. All of it.
Baby.
All of it. And that's how I ended up with this song. The more I live, the more I learn.
Wow.
And, you know, we were
that's
over
so
there.
True. Yeah.
We were over there in Ireland on the first tour I went out with him. And a guy was trying to get to me. But, see, when I go into that place that I go into to sing, it's no longer me. So I don't see nothing. I don't see any of this stuff that other people see. This man was trying to get a hold of me. And George is always there to protect me. And he bent down to pull me back from, because I get down there and get in there with the audience. And I was between the speakers. And this white guy was trying to get to me. George reached down to pull me back, and the guy snatched his wig off. Now you see him wearing nothing but suit and his own hair. He changed his whole image from that.
Oh, wow.
He looks like a total different man. They have to reintroduce him and say, who is George Clinton? He's 70 years old, and he looks like he might be 50. God put an extension on his life. No drugs. No drugs. He's drug-free. God changed his whole life. That's him extending his hand to one of God's angels, and God put an extension there. Because the doctor told him if you do any more drugs, you will die.
Wow.
We went through the whole thing. Last year we were in Russia, and I saw him going through. And the one thing I could speak about this freely because George is very vocal about, his drug use.
Mm-hmm.
He was going through. And I went in and got on my knees and prayed for him in Prague. And I prayed for him in my room and asked God to have mercy on him. I said, he's going through, Lord. This is a hard thing. You 50 years of doing, drugs, or this long, and, you on the stage doing it this long like this, it becomes a way of life. And,
exactly.
He missed a whole lot of what he used to do, but he knew what he was doing when he was doing it. And that's the beautiful part of watching his whole story is that he had these nuances in his voice. Every time I hear some music that he's playing in the van when we're riding cross country, and I go, who is that? And he goes, that's me. I'm like, what?
Exactly.
He had so many different phases of his life. And I took him to church with me. And he was in church with me for like 3 hours. No crack.
Wow.
No crack for 3 hours. And that was unheard of for him. And I said, Lord, if you can bring him to this place, you can bring him through this place.
Okay, dig that.
I want
now dig that.
You can give him an extension because there are some things that he still needs to do. And I'm looking at him now, and every time I see him, I see that the prayers of the righteous prevail as much.
Okay.
And he's in a place now, where he's fighting for his royalties back, he's fighting for his life back, and I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of his journey because he's showing so many other people how to come out, how to come through, come in out of the rain.
Ooh,
come in out of the rain. And it's been a great journey. It's been a great journey. I appreciate the fact that you looked beyond my everything and brought me on this show today because not only are we blessing other people, you've blessed me today. And I bless God for you.
Right back at you, sweetie. Right back at you. I'm sitting up here. I got goose pimples everywhere. And, yes, I'm going to give you one final question because, see, you didn't believe we was going to be on this long. We on here almost 3 hours, girl.
I love it. I live.
Okay. Yeah, please, I'm sitting up here. I'm living for it. And I should have asked this much earlier, but I think this is the perfect way to end this. And that is, tell the audience, the people who inspired you, who was your muse, your musical inspirations, the folks that you listened to or were able to grow up with and identify with, and those who you appreciate vocally?
Well, first of all, I have to give honor to God where that is concerned because the voice that I hear in my head is just music, and my daddy taught me that voice first. So I have to give homage to him and what God placed inside of him to teach me how to sing. My mother has been my muse because my mother molded every one of us to be strong, real women that upheld our name, our family name, with our voice, with the way we look, with the way we dress, with the way that we carried ourselves, the way we love God. And then after that, I have to say Diana Ross was the first person that I ever saw on television singing in Mahogany. Mahogany is my AKA whatever other name, that's my email, all of that. Diana Ross was one of those women that I saw in a long gown. I always said I want to be just like her. as a singer. But then as I grew, when I saw the vivaciousness on stage of a Patti LaBelle, of a Roberta Flack, the velocity of a Tina Turner, the beautiful soul-stirring gospel vocals, and the fact that she could transcend that and do secular music, Aretha Franklin, Jennifer Holliday. I like all the big girls. So the big girls, just they. And I'm not in size. I'm talking about the big
I know what
girls
you mean.
as far as the diva. I know what I'm doing. This is what I was born to do, and this is what I'm going to walk in. I was picked up first by Millie Jackson at 19, and she took me on the road for 7 shows. And then Betty Wright came back behind her when I opened up for her, and she did the same thing. Shirley Brown, Shirley Caesar. I have from one end of the spectrum to the other, Ella Fitzgerald, oh my God, Mahalia Jackson. These women have molded me in their own way. They didn't know they were molding me, but they have molded me into the lady that I have become on that stage today. And I give homage to all of them. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but those are the ones who are prevalent and relevant to my soul right now.
Oh, right. The big girls. Love
the
it.
Big girls.
I love the big girls. Okay.
Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Guy Boudreaux, because I know he's listening. Ian Terrell let me know that he's going to be taking up management of my career, and he's the one who brought the deal to the table with Monarch and Spectrum. And I want to say thank you guys for believing in me and for taking on the task of Goddess in the Making. I love you.
Okay. Wow.
To Terrell, he knows.
It's beautiful.
That's my friend. That's my boo. That's my Judy. That's my good Judy.
See, say it. What is my Judy? You better say that.
Judy, honey. Yes, baby. That he was a person, and I don't really talk to people on Facebook to, create new, because I don't need no new friends. I got all my old friends have been my friends for years. But
right.
The Lord allowed me to reach out to him at a time that we both needed each other, and he has come along, and he has done something to my life that a lot of people can't do, because I'm a very, very, I say to myself, I'm a very quiet person in my own little corner of the world. I don't go out much unless I got to go for a reason. Because I ain't trying to put makeup on and hair and do all that, and I ain't going to make no money. So I save that for times that I got to go and do what I got to do. But, he's been there in the last, he's been there for me. And I just want to thank him, because he hooked me up with you, and we're doing this today. And I know a lot of people are being blessed. I'm getting texts on my phone. I'm getting hit on my iPad as we, do this interview. And I just want to say thank you, for the love. Everybody, you, me, Terrell, everybody, my whole gay community, my good Bible-beating church community out there, my secular community, because I'm every woman. It's all in me. So, Shaka, and then I forgot about Shaka. Shaka's my girl too. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Whitney.
Okay.
Whitney took me through the 80s, honey. Whitney taught me how to be a big singer. I was thinking about Whitney when I recorded I Surrender. And I wanted to take on some of the nuances that she took to the stage, and I wanted to put that in a recording booth.
Now, you know what? That's interesting you say that. That is interesting that you say that about that particular song, because when I first heard it, now you said Whitney Houston, I'm going to tell you the image of her that comes to me when I see that song. And that is, wait a minute, let me get the song. Is it I Just Want to Be Where You Are? Is it that, or is it Where Do Broken Hearts Go? It's one of them, because I see her in this white gown, honey, and I just see that image of her when I hear that song. And I'm like, interesting that you wow, okay. I ain't crazy then. All right. Yeah. Well, not to that degree. Own it. Okay.
You own it, baby. You ain't lying. I'm telling you, everything that we talked about today, the music that you played, you chose to play, you ain't lying. You in line.
Yes, baby. Let me say thank you, my sister, for coming on and dishing your tea with us. You know, it has been, it's more than a joy, honey. This is complete and utter revival for me. Okay, and a rejuvenation for me today, because this is, wow. You used the word transcending earlier, and I like that word. And I'm going to say that today has just been that. I am sending you back to your journey, honey, with all the love that the Omniverse has for me in my spirit, to connect with your spirit, so that together everything that the divine creator has for us to do, it is joined in love and spread throughout in love, so that folks can receive the love, so that they can be love to disseminate love. How about that? Okay.
That's right, baby. You better say that, say that.
How about that? Okay, how about that? And yes, honey, I thank you for the ability to just to take care of my mama. Okay. Out there.
Always.
And just for being you, honey. Because this here, it would not happen without you. You would not be there, because Patti came looking for you. This would not happen without you. So just for you to be in this time and this space, you can see the connection of why your life is important. Okay? Doubly dynamic, doubly important, as Ross would say. So with that, my sister, I thank you for you. We want everybody to go to marygriffin.com for more information, to get some of the music, if not all of the music. You can find her performances on YouTube. There's video up there just to get a glimpse. I will be seeing you at wherever. I don't know if I'm going to follow y'all to Detroit, or when y'all come back here to the ATL, I will see you there. But until that time, honey, I just say thank you for being you, honey, because that's all you can be, is you. Oh.
Thank you, and thank you for loving me. I love you, and God bless you, and may the Lord keep keeping you and covering you in all of your endeavors.
Thank you, my sister. Whew, so that, honey, go ahead on and see. You didn't have to put no hair on, no face, no nothing. You could have been right there, cuddled up in that blanket. So go ahead on and finish doing that. Get some more. Okay.
I am with a robe on and some Ralph Lauren pajamas. That's what I'm doing. Hair pulled back in a bun.
Exactly. Okay. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to kick back. And enjoy the rest of this day, because it is a glorious day. So thank you, sister. Let me get you back to your world, and thank you for being a part of mine.
Thank you, my darling. Love you.
I love you right back. Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
bye-bye.
This has been tea. Okay. Bye-bye, baby.
Okay. Bye-bye, honey.
Woo! Children cheering. The children. I'm telling y'all, for those of you who are still with me, y'all going to catch the rest of this in the archives. I did not give my sound off, honey, at the 60-second mark when it stopped streaming live on the computer. But everything here is in the archives, so I know y'all got like almost an hour to come and listen to in the archives. So with that, babies, honey, it is wonderful. I thank you. I thank you, honey. So at this particular point, I just need to bask in this, okay? I need to bask. But I told you at the end of this, honey, let me give y'all Pharaoh's Treasure Box one more time. Here's a little message. If you're in the Detroit area, at the Sherwood Forest Gallery right there at 19500 Livernois Avenue in the Avenue of Fashion. You know, they're having the Christmas special there Saturday, December 15th from 1 to 5. They got all kinds of raffles, all kinds of sales, all kinds of wonderfulness there for art and music and jazz and all of that kind of thing. So go there and take care, okay? So with that, my babies, I send you off loving you the way that you love me, honey. If you love me, tell a friend. If you hate me, honey, tell an enemy. But do know this, one way, shape, style, form, or fashion, this thing will move forward. You may finish all of your crumpets, honey, because the tea has been dished. And you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meach. I'm going to leave you with one more song from Mary, honey. She calls this My Love Can Take You Higher.
My
it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while the choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while the choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.